If you are over 60, you know that your body speaks to you in new ways. Knees whisper when you climb the stairs, fingers resist tiny buttons, and some mornings your whole body feels one step behind your plans. It is easy to blame age and push through the stiffness, but what if one small daily food could quietly help turn down that internal fire? Not a pill, not a painful treatment, just a simple bowl of the right yogurt. In this video, you will learn how 3 specific kinds of yogurt can support your gut, calm inflammation, and ease stressed joints from the inside out. Before you change your medication or your lifestyle, you can change your spoon and give your joints a gentle, natural ally every single day. Let us begin inside, where arthritis really starts. When you feel pain in your knees or your hands, it is easy to picture only worn-out cartilage or old bones. But behind that pain is something deeper, called chronic inflammation. It is like a slow, silent fire that your immune system keeps burning day after day. Where does a lot of that fire begin? Very often, in the gut. Your intestines are lined with trillions of bacteria, some helpful, some harmful. When the helpful ones dominate, the gut wall stays strong, food is digested properly, and the immune system stays calm. When harmful bacteria take over, tiny gaps can form in the gut lining, and unwanted particles slip into the bloodstream. Your immune system reacts, and that reaction often shows up as more inflammation in your joints. This is where the right yogurt can become much more than a snack. True fermented yogurt, with live and active cultures, brings helpful bacteria back into the gut. These friendly microbes help crowd out troublemakers, strengthen the gut lining, and send quieter signals to the immune system. When your gut is calmer, your joints often feel calmer too. For someone over 60, that gut support is priceless. As we age, stomach acid, digestive enzymes, and gut bacteria all change. Many older adults have fewer beneficial bacteria than they did in their 40s. By choosing yogurts that truly contain living cultures and very little sugar, you give your gut a chance to rebalance. In simple terms, you are feeding the peacekeepers instead of feeding the fire. The first yogurt to consider as a daily ally is plain Greek yogurt. Not the dessert-style cups with syrup and candy pieces, but the simple, thick version made from milk and live cultures. Greek yogurt is strained, which means some of the liquid is removed and the protein becomes more concentrated. For an adult over 60, protein is not just a number on a label. It is the raw material your body uses to maintain and rebuild muscle. Strong muscles around your knees, hips, and spine act like natural shock absorbers. They carry part of the load so your joints do not have to absorb every step and every climb alone. A single serving of plain Greek yogurt can offer a generous amount of high-quality protein in a small, easy-to-digest portion. That is especially helpful if your appetite is smaller than it once was, or if chewing large portions of meat feels tiring. With Greek yogurt, your spoon does most of the work. Plain Greek yogurt also brings live cultures to the table. Look for the words live and active cultures on the carton. Those bacteria can help support your gut, which in turn may help reduce that low-level joint inflammation you feel in the morning. In addition, many Greek yogurts contain calcium and sometimes vitamin D, both important for bone strength, which becomes more critical with every birthday. To keep it joint-friendly, choose unsweetened Greek yogurt and add your own toppings at home. A few berries for color and antioxidants, a small handful of walnuts for healthy fats, maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon. You end up with a breakfast or snack that comforts you, nourishes your muscles and bones, and gently supports your gut instead of working against it. If you start by adding 1 serving of plain Greek yogurt to your day, you already give your joints a quieter, stronger foundation to stand on. Next, let us talk about kefir, a traditional fermented milk drink that many people think of as a liquid yogurt. If Greek yogurt is a solid, steady builder, kefir is more like a flowing river of helpful microbes. Kefir is made by adding small clusters of bacteria and yeasts, called kefir grains, to milk and letting it ferment. The result is a tangy, slightly fizzy drink that is thinner than yogurt, but often far richer in probiotic variety. While regular yogurt might contain a few strains of beneficial bacteria, kefir can contain many more. For an older gut that has lost some diversity over the years, that extra range of friendly microbes can be very valuable. These different strains work together in your intestines, Some help break down lactose and make dairy easier to digest. Others help produce beneficial substances that calm inflammation. Together, they support a more balanced immune response, which can mean less of that constant inflammatory pressure on your joints. Many people who cannot tolerate a glass of milk find that they can handle kefir better, because so much of the natural milk sugar has been consumed by the fermenting bacteria. That makes kefir a gentle option if you have felt heavy or gassy with regular dairy. For someone over 60 who needs calcium and protein but also needs comfort, that is a helpful combination. To get the most from kefir, choose a plain version with live and active cultures and no added sugar. The taste may be new at first, but you can blend kefir with berries, a small piece of banana, or even a little grated ginger or turmeric to create a soothing, anti-inflammatory smoothie. A small glass in the morning or in the evening can slowly tip your gut back toward balance. Think of kefir as a way to send reinforcements to your digestive system. Day after day, sip after sip, you are inviting in more helpers to calm the inside world that affects every joint you move. The third kind of yogurt is less about texture and more about what is living inside it. Some yogurts are made with special probiotic strains that have been studied for their effects on immunity, digestion, or inflammation. For a person over 60 who is dealing with arthritis, these targeted yogurts can be a smart addition. When you pick up a yogurt container, you will usually see the basic starter cultures listed. Names such as Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus bulgaricus are common. They help turn milk into yogurt, but they are not the only players that matter. Some companies add extra strains, such as certain types of lactobacillus or bifidobacterium, that may have specific benefits for gut balance and inflammatory response. You do not need to memorize long scientific names, but you can train your eye to look for variety. A carton that lists several different cultures beyond the standard 2 is often offering your gut a broader team of helpers. Some brands may even mention that their strains have been studied for digestive or immune support. The key is to combine that probiotic richness with a clean ingredient list. That means plain or lightly sweetened yogurt with no heavy load of added sugar. A yogurt that boasts special probiotic strains but is filled with sweeteners is like planting a beautiful garden and then pouring syrup all over it. The sugar will feed less helpful microbes and can increase inflammation, undoing much of the benefit. For seniors who prefer plant-based options, there are yogurts made from almond, coconut, or soy that also include added probiotic strains. As long as they are low in sugar and contain live cultures, they can fit into the same strategy. By choosing yogurts that emphasize a wide range of beneficial bacteria, you are not just eating for taste. You are gently shaping the community inside your gut so that it sends calmer messages to your joints and to your brain. That is a quiet but powerful form of self-care. Now that you know which kinds of yogurt can help, it is time to face the shelves in the store with a clearer eye. The packaging is designed to confuse you with bright colors and health claims, but a simple checklist can guide you. First, turn the container around and read the ingredient list. For someone over 60 who is eating with their joints in mind, shorter is usually better. Look for milk, or a plant base, and cultures. A little cream is fine. If you see a long list of gums, starches, and flavorings, it is more of a manufactured dessert than a healing food. Second, look for the phrase live and active cultures. That message tells you the yogurt still contains living bacteria, not just the memory of them. Without live cultures, you are not feeding your gut in the way you need. Third, check the sugar line. Plain yogurts will have some natural sugar from the milk or plant base. What you want to avoid is a long list of added sugars, syrups, and sweeteners. For seniors managing inflammation and weight, these sweet additions are not friendly. Choose unsweetened or very low sugar options and add your own small amount of fruit at home. Fourth, do not fear healthy fat. For many older adults, plain, full-fat or low-fat yogurt is more satisfying and often less processed than fat-free versions. The right amount of fat helps you feel full, supports hormone balance, and slows the absorption of natural sugars. You can talk with your doctor if you have specific heart or gallbladder concerns, but in general, a modest portion of full-fat yogurt is a friend, not an enemy. Finally, limit highly flavored, dessert-style, or candy-topped yogurts. They may look fun, but they usually deliver more sugar and additives than real nourishment. Your joints are asking for something simpler and kinder. Let us turn all of this into a plan you can actually live with. You do not need a strict diet chart or a complicated schedule. You only need a few steady habits that respect the stage of life you are in. Start with one daily yogurt moment. It might be breakfast, an afternoon pause, or a light evening snack. Choose what feels natural in your day. For example, you might begin your morning with a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt, a handful of berries, and a spoon of ground flaxseed. In that one bowl, you have protein for muscles, probiotics for your gut, fiber for digestion, and gentle anti-inflammatory compounds. On another day, you might pour yourself a small glass of plain kefir in the late afternoon, instead of reaching for sweets or chips. The kefir will give your gut a wave of new helpers and may keep your hunger more stable until dinner. Once or twice a week, you might choose a yogurt that highlights special probiotic strains. Enjoy it slowly and imagine those tiny allies traveling through your system, looking for places where they can repair and calm. Around these yogurt moments, keep adding other simple choices that support your joints. Drink plenty of water, include colorful vegetables and fruits. Move your body in ways that feel safe, such as gentle walks or light stretching. And always discuss major changes with your doctor, especially if you have kidney disease, diabetes, or are on multiple medications. The goal is not perfection. The goal is momentum. When you nourish your gut and your joints a little better today than you did yesterday, your body notices. Over weeks and months, those small choices can build into more comfortable mornings, more confident steps, and more freedom to enjoy the people and activities you love. If you are still with me, it means your joints and your future truly matter to you, and that is something to be proud of. Now it is time to turn ideas into action. The next time you walk into the dairy aisle or open your fridge, pause for just a moment. Ask yourself whether the yogurt in your hand is feeding inflammation or feeding healing. Choose one of the joint-friendly yogurts we talked about and invite it into your daily routine for the next few weeks. Notice how your mornings feel, how your digestion behaves, how your energy holds up through the day. Share this video with a friend who also complains about stiff knees or sore hands, so you can encourage each other. Your body is still listening to how you care for it. One thoughtful spoon a day is a very powerful way to answer back.